Yeah.
There we go.
Okay, I'm going to share my presentation. So today's module is about digital marketing essentials 1, and then Borat will present the digital marketing essentials 2. So today, in today's agenda, in my module, I am going to give some information about theoretical background of digital marketing, and we will learn some essential ICT tools and the tools and the methodologies and some other digital marketing tools. And finally, we will have a short information about how to create a digital marketing plan. So I will start a question for you guys. So look at the logos. How many of you do you know? And can you write in the chat the name of these companies? So we get some answers. Amazon, AliExpress, Instagram, yes. Yes, MailChimp, Meta Business, Etsy, good. Yeah, we get the most populars, especially Amazon here, and Instagram, of course, almost everybody knows it, and AliExpress, and Meta, that the main organization behind Facebook and Instagram. Yeah, good. And Etsy with the logo of E, it is also another e-commerce website like Amazon. And what do you think about this one on the right at the bottom, or the middle? Do you have an idea? Okay, I think the most difficult ones are these, and we are going to, I'm going to give some information about this and this one and this one. The one on the top, middle, left middle, and down middle and right. So most of us knows Amazon, AliExpress, Meta, Instagram, of course, and we don't know some tools that related with the digital marketing. So in a theoretical background, I want to give some short information about ICT. If you don't know, maybe it stands for Information and Communication Technology, and it is one of the things that in our life and in education, in digital marketing, in everywhere we have information and communication technology. So it consists computers, software programs, and other interactive tools. So in digital marketing, it is also very, very important in this time, because in the past, maybe the companies uses the traditional way, but now ICT and the computers, the digital tools or software are one of the most important things for a successful digital marketing. So this is a statistic from Eurostat, a statistic office from the European Union, and it shows that from 2011 to 2021, in 10 years' time, the digital marketing, or people who ordered goods or services from the internet, is rising, especially in 2019, when the COVID starts, it rises much more, and it's getting more and more important, because people cannot go out during the COVID time and should order from the online. Even the people who are older than 55, they also start using the digital marketing and buying or ordering things from the online markets. So digital marketing is very important for all the businesses. So I have a short Menti activity for you. So please go to from your mobile phones or computers www.menti.com and use this code to access our Menti. So you can also see I will have 2 questions for you here. So you can also go from here, menti.com, and use the code. So tell us which websites do you visit when you want to buy something. This is my first question, then I will have another question for you. So we get the first answer very quickly. Good, we are getting more and more answers. Yeah, we get the big ones are Amazon and AliExpress. So the international companies are much more using by everybody. Yeah, I think Zalando or Shine are maybe local e-commerce companies. I think Trendyol also is from Turkey. It's the biggest one in Turkey. Etsy, Alza also, I think it is from a local, maybe, I don't know, because I haven't heard before. Okay, this is my first question. Thank you very much for your contribution. And I will have the second question. We'll go for you. So if you want to sell your product, which websites do you use first? So the first question about what the things that you want to buy, but if you want to sell your product, so which websites you can use first? And yeah, Facebook, with the marketplace of the Facebook. And we received several different answers. Facebook, eBay, Etsy, all Pajos, I think, I don't know, I am pronouncing right. Will happen, online market, Shine, Facebook market or Facebook marketplace, Gardrops. Yeah, we have several options that we can sell our products, and we are still getting some answers. Thank you very much. Yes, we have also some of them are maybe local in your country. Some of them are international, like Etsy, Facebook, and like Zara and eBay. These are international companies, or we have also in every country, they have local companies that you can buy or you can sell your products. And I will go on my presentation again. Thank you very much for your contribution. So I will give some essential ICT tools that's in the digital marketing. And the first one is, of course, websites that everybody knows. So if you are starting a digital marketing or a company, so the first thing that you should do, or you can do, is the first thing that you create a website for your company. You can sell your products from your website, or you can just introduce your company so that it will be known by many people that you are a company and in what area you are working. So some companies have websites just to introduce their company, and some of them they sell their products by using some e-commerce plugins in their websites. And some companies just use online marketplaces, as you may know, Amazon, eBay, or Etsy, etc. So it depends of their product or their things. They can sell their products from this kind of marketplaces that they don't need to maybe create their own website. They don't need to create their e-commerce website. So they only use the big companies to sell their things. So the second essential ICT tools for the digital marketing is email marketing. Using emails for marketing is the basics of ICT tools in the digital marketing. All of you have emails, so almost every day you get some emails from different companies, different e-commerce websites. So because they use some regular email newsletters or just sending their campaigns. So the thing here, if you are going to start a business in digital marketing, you should prepare attractive and clickable emails because you can send thousands of emails to many people, but if there isn't any return from these emails, so it is useless. So you should prepare attractive emails that people see and try to buy something, or it should be clickable, so they click the email and go to your website or your links, and they at least look at your products or services, and maybe they buy if they like it. So many companies usually use interactive email programs to draw the attention of the audience. So I have a short question for you. Have you ever clicked an email advertisement and buy the product? If yes, if you already buy, what are the reasons that you clicked that email marketing and buy the product? What things attracts you and you buy the thing from the advertisement from the email? I will give about 2 minutes maybe to answer. You can write to the chat part so that I can read your answers. So we are getting some answers. So
yeah, we're getting discounts and benefits.
Yes, the most important things that catch the audience: discounts and benefits.
Yes, I have my own opinion. I rarely open emails and I rarely use them, but I still know statistics of how incredibly useful they are. And maybe I'll share in my own presentation. But I wanted to say that the emails that I open and click on is incredible value. So when I think this solves my problem better than I think about it. So if it's FBI reading my mind, this is when I open my email. And surprisingly happens much more often than I thought. Whenever I talk to my wife about something and then suddenly I get a Facebook ad or just the topic we're discussing, this is when I open it, but usually I don't. I'm glad that Alexandra agrees with me.
Yeah. Yeah, some of us almost never open an email, so most of us using when they see some discounts or some benefits, or sometimes it's going to be we get so many emails from such companies, so we feel that we are spamming from the company, so we are just leaving their lists and we don't get any more emails from the companies. Good. Alexandra has a separate emails. I have also such kind of email for some companies. So, yeah. Thank you very much. Yeah. So most of them are spam sometimes. Yeah. I also create, for example, I'm also using a different Gmail account for when I'm login or signing up different websites, not only for the shopping, but for everything. We have to sign some of the websites. So instead of giving my original email, I use a different email so that I don't see their spams or their things. Yeah, some companies. Yeah, they always.
Sorry, Mehmet, can I just share something?
Yes, please.
It's not for my country, but maybe it is for different European countries. I just recently discovered a website. It's called unroll.me, Unroll Me. That basically, when you sign up with your Google, it unsubscribes you to anything spam, anything you don't want related, blocks everything. So give it a shot, see if it works in your country. Unfortunately, it doesn't work in mine. So I still have to manually every week have to block and mute and unsubscribe, and they still come back. But maybe it will work on you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much for the contribution, Barut. Yeah, it happens here also. So sometimes I click the email that I go out of their email list, but for some time they start again sending emails. Maybe it's not working, or they worked for a short time, then they start using a different way, I think, to block this kind of things. Okay, yeah, Helen said 10% of discount is not much. Yeah, I agree that. So they are sending more or more emails. So, for example, in Turkey, they are sending, okay, until 8% of discount. But when you go to the website, you didn't see, or you see only one product that is maybe 80% discount, but the others are less than 10%. So they are using different strategies to take the attraction of the people. Yeah, I am showing an example email marketing that I get in my email for several months ago. So you see a kind of renting car company. So they sent an email. So what things that take your attraction from this email? So on the left side is the top of the email, and on the right part is the down of the email. So for example, when I see this email, they put big letters, limited offer. So it tries to take the attraction of the person who gets the email. So it should be limited time to get this offer. And it says up to 40% discount. This is the tricky one. So maybe you only get one or two options, maybe 40%, but the others may not be in 40%. But we see only many people see only 40%, so it's a big number. But it says the key word is up to. So it may be not all of them is the 40%, but this is a tricky word. So this is a kind of email that the companies are using. So they sent, and so that from there they put a link. For example, in this one, you can book now, or you can shop now. So you can click that link and go directly to the website. Yeah, Helen says it can be dangerous because of some phishing emails. So to be sure about the phishing emails, so I always check the email address who are sending this email. So if it is not an unreliable email address, so I'm not opening, or I'm just deleting such kind of email, because there are also some of the companies that some of the phishing emails are they are pretending like to be the real website. They create even the real the same real website. So they use such kind of things. So the next thing. So for this email marketing, so there are many websites that you can use to create such kind of emails. So one of them is HubSpot. So you see their logo in my early presentation, I put one of the logo. It's the orange color here. You see the HubSpot. So it's one of the most popular marketing automation platform. So it has a free email marketing tool that you can send emails to the target audience. So especially the companies who are starting and who don't have enough budget for this marketing, so they can use the HubSpot because you can send free emails for maybe 2,000 emails per month. So you can also use some templates, free templates like the advertisement you see. So you can use such kind of free tools at the beginning when you are starting your digital marketing company. So then if you're getting bigger and bigger, so you can use new tools or more professional ones. And Mihaila said, yeah, HubSpot, they have great articles about digital marketing and strategies, highly recommended. Thank you very much, Mihaila, for your comment. Of course, this is not the only one. So there are also other email marketing tools. Some of them are have some free versions. Some of them are only paid versions. So MailChimp, another one, that the logo of monkey at the beginning, you see the monkey logo. So MailChimp is this company. Sender or SendGrid or Zoho Campaigns are some other email marketing tools that you can choose. So you can check all of them and compare and which one is more suitable for you so that you use that one. So the first thing that HubSpot is the best for the free version. So these are they have some free versions and some of them no free version, just you are using the paid versions. The other essential ICT tool for digital marketing is mobile marketing that all of us know right now. If you are using Android or iOS devices, so they can send SMSs, including the links to their products, or companies create their own Android or iOS applications. So you can download or shop by using the apps instead of going their website, because applications are working much more faster than the websites. So when we are using mobile phones, so you can, the idea is that you can buy anytime. You don't need to go use your computer or tablet. So you can use from your mobile phone in a few clicks. You can buy some products. And also you can, people give some advertisements for these mobile tools. So I have another question for you for 2 minutes. So imagine that you have an e-commerce website. So you have a digital marketing, you are going to sell. So what should you do to be at the first page of search engine like Google or Yahoo or Bing? So you have a website, e-commerce. So you created your company. And what should you do when people are searching your product to reach you from the search engines? What should you do to be at the top, at the first page at least?
One of the answers here have been using keywords.
Yes.
Pay for it.
Yeah.
True.
Yes, of course. Yeah. Yeah, true. So you have to pay and you can be at the first page. Yes, Carolina, thank you very much. Yeah, SEO optimization using keywords, trends, Google Analytics. Yeah. So let's look at this. Yes, the first one is the SEO. It means search engine optimization. So you need to make your website more SEO friendly, let's say. So that you can go up and up during your time. So you can analyze your website. You create your website that will be SEO friendly. You can create content by using the important keywords. So you should indexing the keywords and you get some ranking and traffic. in the website. So according to the researchers, many people, that half of the people click the first three results when they are searching some product or something. So this directs marketers to buy search advertisement to be seen on the top of the search engine. So when you search some product, you see at the very top that those who pay for this search engines, so their results are at the very top. So then the other results are seen on the first page. So some people pay for the advertisements, some people use some keywords, and the other SEO optimization that can be seen at the first page. The reason is that people clicks the first three results when they are searching a product or any information on the internet. There are some, of course, search marketing tools. One of them is SEMrush, as the logo here, with the logo I saw on the earlier in my presentation. It is a widely used keyword search and online ranking data. So users generate many reports per day so that their product listing ads, historical data of the research, or many other researchers. So it doesn't have a free use. So you can try maybe a few days, but then you have to pay for this website. It's a very comprehensive one. So in digital marketing tools, so people who are very serious in digital marketing, so they use such kind of tools to analyze their website or their products. And there are also other marketing tools that may be used if you want to have a digital marketing idea. So Google Ads, the most well-known one to give advertisement to social media or websites, or even for the researchers. So WordStream Optimizer, Keyword Finders, there are several such kind of tools that you can use for the digital marketing. So you can compare or choose most suitable or most useful one for your needs or for your products. And video platforms are also commonly using in digital marketing. So for example, it can be used giving advertisement to the videos. So when you are watching a YouTube video, so you will get several advertisements, and some companies give advertisements for the YouTube, or some people are using video platforms. For example, they contact with the influencers or the people who have more followers in the YouTube, so they send their products to advertise from their YouTube channel. And also some companies create how to use their products. For example, they are producing for example, a tool or a technological tool, so they prepare a video that how to use their product. For example, earphones or mobile phone or coffee machine, like this. So they are creating the video how to use their product, so they will share their videos. And they also use Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok in this area. As in social marketing, also very common, the most maybe well known in this time. So people can give advertisement to the social media platforms, or they contact with the influencers who are using this social media to reach their target groups. And some social media marketing tools. If you are starting your company, the Buffer is one of the well-known one, and it has some free features. So what can you do if you want to use Buffer? So you can share so your posts. You can schedule your posts in social media. You can use different social media tools like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, or Twitter. So you can track and analyze how many clicks on your posts, how many people see your post, and you can share this post in your planned time. For example, you can share in the early morning or in the afternoon, according to the attract your target audience. I have a short video about buffers, a 1-minute video to how you can use it.
Social media management is complex. You are a photographer, designer, video editor, community manager, an analyst. Yet, people think all you do is spend all day on social media. There has to be a better way. And there is. Buffer is a social media management platform built to streamline your workflows and showcase the value of your work. First, analyze your previous posts to see what's working. Know when to post, what to post, and how often to post. Once you're ready, plan and prepare your social media campaigns to increase your reach, engagement, and traffic. Then, jump straight to the posts that need your immediate attention. And never miss an important comment. Finally, repeat the cycle by analyzing your new posts. Measure the impact of your work and report your results so that your team understands the power of social media. Buffer helps you simplify your social media workflows, all in a single platform, so that you can focus on building your brand and maybe take that vacation day that you've been putting off.
As you see, Buffer has several options for you that you can use when you start your company. Of course, you will create your social media account for your company. So if you use such kind of tools like Buffer, so you can increase your target audience quickly than not using such kind of tools. So the other one is HotSuite is also a similar thing that can you use in social media marketing. Also, it's also one of the well-known ones. And there are of course there are some other ones like Tailwind, Friendsme. They are focused different areas. For example, Tailwind focused on visual content, and targeted platforms are like Instagram or Pinterest. Friends and Me also also best social media marketing tool for the beginners. So you can analyze or use the best one for your product. So also there are also other digital marketing tools, which are content marketing and branding, like using WordPress, Lumen5, Trello, Evernote, Canva, or you can use reporting like Google Data Studio, and paid media advertisement, banner ads, PPC ads, or influencer marketing are the other tools in this area. And the last thing that for my presentation is I will give 10 tips to create a successful digital marketing plan. So the first one is understand your target audience. So you can sell anything on the internet. When you create your digital marketing plan. So the first thing you should know to understand your target audience, what things they like, their demographics, what kind of ages you are targeting, their interests, their online behaviors, for example, what time they are usually using internet. So you should understand your target audience to start your marketing plan. Then you need to set clear goals, like we are using in our project as well. So SMART goals, it means you should be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound goals for your digital marketing campaign. You should have a clear objectives. For example, instead of saying, I will sell a lot of books on the Amazon in a year. So you should say, I will sell at least 500 books on Amazon in a year. So you have a specific goal. so that if you sell 500 books on the Amazon, so you will be successful, and so you can put new targets for your business. If you don't put such kind of targets or such kind of goals, so you don't know how to successful or not successful in your business. And so you can develop a solid strategy. So you can, what kind of channels are you going to use? What kind of content you are going to use for when you're making your content, or what kind of tactics you will use for your marketing. So such as creating brand identity, or creative logo, or creative advertisement. Planning to use different tools will be important in this area. And define which digital strategies that you are going to use. And so after defining your business goals, the second thing, you will define what possible digital strategy that you can use. So you will define which channels you will use, like Instagram or Facebook or website or the marketplaces. Define possible development plans, so you can control your development process and taking necessary actions, and define investment and amount of budget. So you need to invest for the advertisement, so you should know how much you have your budget for this investment, and how can you use this investment in the best way. So you can, if you spend all your budget for the advertisement in one day or 1 week, in the rest of the year you couldn't advertise your product, so it will not be a good idea to the digital marketing. Define a roadmap and timing, so that you keep your targets or business goals to achieve your plans. Okay. And optimize your website if you are using a website. So your website should be user-friendly, and of course your website should be accessed many people, you get many traffics. You should leverage your social media, so that you can regularly share from your social media accounts. Produce quality content for your website or for your social media accounts. You should use, of course, the SEO, search engine optimization, for your website or for your products when you are selling from the different marketplaces. And the last ones, engage with the influencers. So if you are starting your company and it doesn't know from many people, so you can engage with the influencers on social media if you want to sell your brand, so that they promote your product and they reach many people, and you also get a credibility among people. You can use email marketing, so you can build an email list and you share these emails regularly, but you shouldn't be spam people, so that they will not follow your emails or they will not click your emails. And the last one, of course, you should analyze and optimize regularly, from the beginning and from the middle or from the end. So you should use the analytic tools, that if your digital marketing plan is working or not, so you can analyze, and if some things are getting wrong, so you should change your plan, or you can modify your plan. So if you don't have any data that if you are successful or not, so you will not get better results. So you should always analyze or optimize your planning, digital marketing planning, or digital marketing idea. And that is all from me. Do you have any questions?
I will have a question. Do you hear me?
Yes, Carolina.
Okay. So in the last few weeks, months, there was a big, like ChatGPT was a big thing, and it is also now. How can we use it and other AI tools for our marketing or digital marketing campaigns or whatever in digital marketing?
Yeah, ChatGPT and the ChatGPT based AI tools are getting more and more important right now. I am also actively using ChatGPT. Also, I am not working in digital marketing area in my work. For example, if you are in social media, for example, you have a product and you want to create an attractive post for your product, so you can ask the ChatGPT to write efficient or effective post text, or giving the asking for the using the hashtags that can be currently or mostly use hashtags. Also, for your, if you have a website for your product, or if you have a digital marketing and you have a website, so you can create posts for your website. So if you can create a blog for your website about your product. So you can ask ChatGPT to write some articles that take interest of the people. So you can ask what kind, for example, using some, you can give some keywords. Okay, so use these keywords and write, for example, 2 paragraphs of the blog post for this product. So you can, if you give good prompts to the ChatGPT, so it will create much more efficient answers for you. And Borut, do you want to add something for this?
Yes, I wanted to add 2 things. One, Alexandra raised her hand, so she gets to ask a question. I wanted to say, as a shorter answer, but very similar to yours, ChatGPT allows you to automate tasks that are repetitive. So things that you can do while having your eyes closed, or you can ask a friend to do it. It doesn't require your creative mind. ChatGPT is the best for it. Second that it can do is combine your thoughts very well. So the quality of your thoughts and your ideas is the quality of your ChatGPT output. If I say write an article about skating, it will give you the most average article possible. You still get an article, you still get 2,000 words, but this is nothing better than an average person can write, and you can write it better itself. If you say, write an article in this tonality, in this sort of direction, in this sort of opinion, make sure to do this, this, and this, then you get a high quality prompt or idea, and this is how you can leverage it. So I would say that if you have things that you do on a daily basis, like analyze something, like for example, you copy an entire Excel sheet template and you ask it to give you percentages and analysis, something you do already in Excel, it can be good with that. Or give me a list of most relevant hashtags for this type of post, or you give it a whole post, say, put in a few emojis where it makes sense. Things that everybody can do, but it does it faster. Maybe there's a few creative aspects where you can use it, but sometimes it goes in a direction where it isn't necessarily true, or it's a bit clickbaity, or it doesn't look authentic or human. So I hope we answer your question. Then, Alexander, you can ask yours.
Yeah, it's not a question. I just wanted to add to the ChatGPT talk, since I also use it a lot. And one thing that you guys need to be really careful about is that it is not always relevant, because I think ChatGPT was last updated in 2021. So it is not able to give us relevant information to this day, just like what it knows based on the producers. And also, it is very important to guide the chat tool correctly. So try to give him as much specific information as possible as well about what you need. And I also use this form of like pretending. So I used to tell him, pretend you're a high school student and write an essay with simple English. It is able to do everything, honestly. And also the requirements that Borut said, they are really true. Just be careful about the relevancy to today's age. That's just what I wanted to add.
Very good addition. Thank you, Alexander. I would say that when I was making the original 30-ish posts to promote this, I used a lot of help from ChatGPT. Basically, what I did was I started a whole conversation saying, hey, we have this project. It's about digital marketing. It's about people who don't know digital marketing. This is what we're doing. This is our general course that we've made. These are all of the titles. Based on all of this information, I basically had a very long conversation first with ChatGPT saying, based on all of this, can you then help me outline the titles for sort of tools, for more information, what kind of designs would be good? And then when all of that is done, I put it in my own file. Then I ran it through Grammarly 4 or 5 times. Then I put it in Canva. Then I designed my own designs, and then I put it in Schedule. So ChatGPT helped, but it didn't do all of the work. It did the most boring, I guess, sort of work, or work that you would use in a colleague. Any more questions?
I am kind of proud to admit that I am using the exact same procedure as you.
There you
with
go.
the ChatGPT and the Grammarly and everything. Yeah, it works perfectly. Yeah. But I also wanted to add that sometimes I forget that ChatGPT really knows just what I tell it. You know, sometimes I just get the result with I kind of forget that, I forgot to put this in, and this is a very relevant information. And then I get frustrated because I'm like, okay, yeah, actually ChatGPT didn't know that I wanted to add this information in. So yeah, it is really, really important to mush in as much information as you can possibly.
Definitely. ChatGPT is, imagine you started work in any sort of company you can imagine, and you have somebody onboarded. So somebody with zero experience, it's an intern, but with zero ego. ChatGPT is that. It doesn't have any ego. It's willing to listen to all of your requests, requirements, ideas, and topics. It can listen to everything, but it will learn only if you're a good teacher. So if you're bad at giving them instructions, the only frustration is then with yourself, because like everybody says here, it needs a lot of information, it needs a lot of context. And Helen also talked about ethics in it. It should be something used with huge responsibility, not as a problem solver for everything. I understand that. I would suggest almost never to add your personal information in ChatGPT if you want to work with something, especially not company information. Most recently, Samsung banned using ChatGPT because people were writing private code in order to make better code, but that means you're basically giving away information about your own product to a foreign company, and you can't guarantee that kind of privacy. So if you're doing things that are nothing to be worried about and that isn't a big problem, that's fine, and you can use it for creative purposes for all the time. And I love it using in a creative sort of way, as something more fun and goofy. Then I think ChatGPT is a good aspect. Since it's nearly 12, Mehmet, I hope you don't mind, we can go to my presentation.
Yes. Sorry, I steal some of your time. Okay,
That's
thank you very
okay.
much. Thank you very much. So I'm finishing, and I will give you the microphone to Borut.
One moment. Thank you again, Mehmet. I'll continue with the types of digital marketing, but Mehmet had a very good and very comprehensive presentation that I'll skip around a lot of the stuff and focus more on ideas, examples, and maybe a few activities. I hope nobody's in a hurry. It will take a little bit longer since we want to discuss some things, and I would rather have 15 minutes of discussing things like ChatGPT than just going through slides. So I very much enjoyed the discussions, and keep the questions coming. So I'll mention some things as I mentioned before. So social media marketing, email marketing, but I'll also touch a lot on affiliate and referral marketing. So some of the things that we see, I'll skip through because we already discussed it and you don't have to hear it twice. I think what Mehmet did was good. I would just ask, well, not ask, but more go into the introduction of digital marketing. So a while ago, through a lot of discussions with colleagues, we concluded that digital marketing and marketing itself came with a lot of different phases. So in the early days of internet, sort of end of the 90s, digital marketing was all about you create a website, you buy a domain, and you drive traffic to it. And it was simple enough. But as the internet has matured, so too has digital marketing. So as businesses began to use the internet to reach customers, they need to find new and innovative ways to market their products and services. So we already talked about it's not that easy to market towards emails or social media, or you might need a combination, or you might need to be unique or original. That's definitely the case. So different types of marketing emerged to meet this need. They could be used to reach customers. So in these two modules, we'll discuss the common types of digital marketing. But just to give you a quick definition on the simplest one is digital marketing is just as marketing, but it uses different processes of technology to promote a brand or product. So the difference between marketing and digital marketing is its use of innovation and technology and digital aspects. This is where it's most important, because it's been a while since any of us saw a billboard or a poster and bought something because of that. It's rare, it happens, but it's not very often. So we already know what kind of type of marketing we do and how we can measure the success. So I'll just go straight into social media marketing. As Mehmet asked before, I would have asked you what kind of social media icons are these, and I'm sure you know the first four, but what are the last two? Please write it in the chat. So these two on the right, can you guess them? Okay, one is LinkedIn and Reddit. Yeah. The reason why I add LinkedIn and Reddit, because they're both unique on their own to, let's say, polar opposites or extremes. So Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest, they're all casual and very popular social media platforms. But LinkedIn is very unique because it's very professional and it's very career oriented. And if you make content, even as an individual, it will garner a lot of attention and potential jobs. As for the one fully on the right, it's Reddit, which is very, very informal. It's a forum, it's an old school internet thing. And both of these platforms are actually used to advertise, and both of them has a lot of its popularities. Helen asks, does anyone know Jing? I'm not familiar with Jing. If you'd like to share, maybe you can talk to more about it. I know about Weibo and MeWe and a few of those platforms. They're more foreign, so you can maybe share. Is Jing more about Instagram, more similar to Twitter, maybe Facebook? If you have more info, please share. I'd like to learn more about it. It's like LinkedIn. Aha. I know the one you're talking about. Yeah. It's a very popular in Germany sort of LinkedIn platform. Maybe it spreads. Maybe it's going to be more popular in other countries. But I'm very interested in those professionally oriented LinkedIn style platforms. When I was working in the medical industry for digital marketing, there was a whole LinkedIn type platform just for doctors, just to find employees and posts and advertising directly towards doctors and medical professionals. So there's all kinds of niches here that are very interested. So we talked about Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, and all of these are important because you can share relevant content for personal relationships with customers. It can get better loyalty, better satisfaction, better creative aspects, and you can leverage tools, like we said, like Buffer and ChatGPT to speed up the process for social media marketing. So I would like to go more into this particular infographic that we've made that you can share, is what kind of engagement for what kind of platform is necessary. So there's B2B and B2C. B2B means business to business. So company A is talking with company B, while B2C is company A talking with Borut, with Mehmet, with Michaela. So it's more about customers rather than other businesses. So this is a very short infographic in the sense of where and what you can actually advertise. So business to business is much more popular for Facebook and LinkedIn, but not so much for Instagram and Twitter. So Instagram is better because you have photos, conversions, and clickable links, so other customers are there. B2B needs to be more formal, more networking oriented, more about meetings, workshops, and job offers. This is where Facebook is all around very, very good, but it's also very saturated, and sometimes there's too many things that you're kind of avoiding Facebook. You know, it's always been Facebook as the least fully active platform. People are more using Instagram. For me personally, I only use LinkedIn, or mostly use LinkedIn for everything I want, because the content I get there is very good for my job, and Instagram is very easy to use. And I also use a lot of YouTube. I love audio visual. For example, YouTube Shorts, I'm addicted to them, so that's also a problem. But for Twitter and for LinkedIn, so LinkedIn is better for B2B, but you could still get some sort of customers in B2C. Same for Twitter. Twitter is not very B2B oriented, but it's either for good content, but it's not very popular in Europe, I would say. But let me give you some case studies where social media marketing worked very, very well, particularly Instagram and Twitter. I'll show it to you, and we can discuss together why these social media cases are good. So first one is Airbnb. Airbnb made a post in 2020 saying we're partnering with hosts to help house 100,000 COVID-19 responders. We're partnering them to provide free or subsidized housing, and they can hosts can provide homes to follow safety and cleanliness protocols. Why is this a good social media post? Do it in a one word or one sentence in the comments. Teslim, you raise your hand. You can talk. I'm sorry, I can't hear you very well.
I feel a very good system because
I'm sorry, Teslim, I really can't hear you well. So can you please write it in comments?
We are tuned, and can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me?
No, can't hear you. Can you please write it in the comments? It's very low quality. Kalarina says that it's showing solidarity and trying to be ethical. Okay, I think this is a good point. I would think that talking about the relevant things, such as tragedies, such as the pandemic, is very risky, but Airbnb did it very well. They didn't try to promote their business, but they did use the opportunity to help people, and that's very good for building brand, and it's very good for building brand awareness. So even though it's very sad as a situation, it was incredibly relevant to do it. Okay, Helen says it's trying to be a winner in a crisis. It's possible. I can understand how some people interpret it, but in a way, they're trying to do it more as a charity. If it was a post saying Airbnb saying, you know, hotel have these restrictions, use Airbnb for these prices, then it would be very unethical. It would be very opportunistic, and it would be bad for the brand. So I would say that because they're trying to be a bit more charitable, it's not a bad thing. And right now it's received very positive aspects, but I can also see that a certain opportunism is still there, certain virtues that they're trying to signal. Second aspect, on a different note, is Amazon. Amazon shared a post on Twitter saying, 1 minute you're young, you're carefree, and another you're reading non-slip sock reviews on Amazon. So that's a funny post. What they did basically was they just taken and credited a influencer, put in a little emoji, and that's it. And they got 6,000 likes. So the beauty behind this post, I think, is they're not doing a lot of effort, but they're still getting credit to influencers and using it to passively get certain points. So I think it's a good example of a sort of a passive post that people are appreciating. But this one, why do you think this one is a relevant social media ad? Any takers? Okay, well, I when I was researching this, what I wanted to show, okay, attractive image plus question in the caption, yes, but I wanted to discuss this more about relevance. The reason why Zoom was popular in 2020 and 2019 is because of COVID restrictions. You were using Zoom, and we're using Zoom right now all the time. So putting backgrounds where people are more creative and trying to be fun is sort of a great way to motivate people to continue using their products, to continue using their backgrounds. So, and they created a whole contest about it. So I think in this sort of way, it's very good. And my favorite aspect is, favorite example here is the Royal Academy in London. Royal Academy faces a lot of art. And what they did was try to be relevant with the art. They used the popular image and put face app on it, and change Gustave Coubert's Desperate Man to Desperate Woman. And I think this is a fun little post, very quick, not a lot of effort, but enough to get popularity. So if you have any feedback for this one, please share. And would this attract you to maybe visit the Royal Academy? Okay, I'll be moving on to email marketing. And if you have any questions for social media marketing, feel free to ask. As Mehmet already mentioned, email marketing, I'll speed through it and move on examples or maybe some interesting facts. But email marketing is a type of direct marketing that uses emails to promote a product or service. And we would still argue that it's essential for businesses because you could reach a large audience simultaneously. And there are some aspects that are very difficult that none of us like about emails, but there's some statistics that it's very hard to deny. So it's important to be very careful when sending emails and to make them very relevant. So not every change in a business or piece of news is worth sending an email over, but something that engages customers. So inbox overload is the biggest reason why people want to stop using email marketing. The average person receives 121 emails per day and sends out about 40. I send out about one a month, really, but I do get a lot of emails every day. And I'm very quick to delete and block and put in spam. But there's one piece of statistics that is very undeniable when it comes to very efficient email marketing. The return on investment for an email is for every dollar that you invest in that email, you get $30 back. So that's an incredible amount of feedback and return on investment. Of course, you need to do a really good email. It needs to be the best, but the best emails gets 30 times the investment back. So if I spent $10, I might get $300 back, $100, $3,000 back. If it's a really good email, a really good product, and your perfect target group, emails can sell really well. Of course, I don't think that emails for our generation of younger individuals is relevant we rarely buy stuff off of it. Maybe we can get a few prizes, maybe a few referrals and things like that. But other than that, we want to avoid it. As someone mentioned before, phishing emails is a problem. They ask you to log into Amazon that isn't really Amazon, then they steal your information. So I understand why people are careful for it, but there's a few good reasons why to have an email. So here's a good example of email marketing that I created, and you can also send them for either promotional offers, newsletters, I think is the most popular, sales, maybe upselling when you already bought a product, upcoming events, thank you emails, or a reminder you have things in the cart. So here's the type of product that we have here. Is it's called Catch the Wave, a brand that I created to talk to somebody called Mitch. It says, "Hi Mitch, we've been following your amazing surfing skills on Instagram, and we're stoked to see you're as good as in the water as you are online." So I'm talking to an influencer. "We surf too and know that the perfect waves are hard to come by. That's why we're excited to offer you a chance to win a 10 days in Hawaii if you buy from our web shop. All you need to do is make a purchase for at least $50 and you'll be automatically entered to win. We hope you take us up on this amazing opportunity. Good luck and see you in the waves. Kind regards, Catch the Wave team." The reason I did this sort of email is to show you what can be a good example of an email that isn't too much, that isn't too attacking you or asking you to send your money. This is just to inform you. And if you're interested, you can use it, visit the website and actually try to enter in something. So I'm giving you a reward and I'm telling you, this is how I know and understand you're a public person. You have an Instagram. I see you surf. If you buy more surfing equipment from us, partner with us, you might win something. So that's a relevant email. So let's go into more of the analysis. You need to have a good subject line. I didn't provide one here, but I'll show you in the next example. But it can go something like that. Surf the net for great deals and go to Hawaii. That's a good subject line. It's still a bit more salesperson type line, but it might be interested and might be good enough for people to get interested because you want more surfing equipment, for example. And I divide things into three things: context, main text, and tonality. Context is hi, Mitch. Context is I know your name. What I'm following, where did I follow, and that I know what they do. And main text is saying, because I know this information, I want to share my information with you because I know you love surfing, because I know you want to surf in locations like Hawaii. I want to give you an opportunity to maybe partner with us, buy some products. $50 is not a lot, and we can enter you into a possible giveaway. And if everything goes well, this person actually wins a giveaway. So this is how I would divide an email. I would give a context and then main text. And I'm not a classic email marketer. I was in sales for a long time, so I'm always talking to people directly. When I wanted to reach out to people, I would research them. I would see what are they working on LinkedIn, what's recent with their information, did they sign up on something that my business is relevant to, and then I would talk to them, saying, "Hey, Mehmet, I saw you are participating in a workshop in Konya. We have a lot of educational resource that we partner up with institutions like yours. Would you be interested in a short call? Maybe we can discuss things further." And that's a yes or no, very short email. And if you don't answer in 2 weeks, I would do like an automation on HubSpot to reach out like, "Hey, we still haven't covered that educational resources. Are you interested in improving your workshops?" So I would give you a question that tells you about the value where I want you to say yes. And if you're really interested, you're going to say yes. If not, I'm going to stop emailing you and move on to the next person. And this is how I would do the tonality. For this one, because I know it's a surfer, I want more witty, more playful, more energetic, nothing too professional. I want to say, "We're stoked to see you," or "Perfect waves are hard to come by. Good luck and we'll see you in the waves." It's very relevant for that character as a person. So this is how I analyze emails. So what I next want you to do is take a few minutes and have a actual analysis aspect for yourself, and you can write in the comments. and I created a new brand. As you see, my portfolio of brand has risen to about 5 or 6 brands. If anybody wants to buy my brands, they start from €1 million and we move up from there. Sunny Kind is a orange juice company that I created that creates and distributes natural juice with no additives or preservatives. So I would want you to analyze their B2B partnership email, what looks good to you and what doesn't look good to you. So you have this logo to imagine as a style. So this is my email. Please take a few minutes. I'll just turn off my microphone and camera and take a short break to get some water. Read this, analyze it, and you can start writing immediately in the comments if you want, or raise your hand if you want to have a discussion. So let me know what you think about this. I'll just, yeah, I think you can read it well. And I'll see you in a few minutes, okay? Okay, everyone, what do you think about the email? What works good, what doesn't? What would you like to say about it? Some feedback, please.
Okay, so I think it always depends a bit on the culture of the business you're trying to address, because maybe this email could work just fine with its familiarity and its wittiness in a culture where stress is put on friendships and like good relationships. but not, for example, in Germany or Austria or America, where you have to be like more strictly business-like. So I think that is the question in which culture we are. But for me, in my environment, when I'm living in, I think it should be a bit more, less familiar and more business-like, more serious. And I would add maybe more general information, and also the first paragraph is a bit too, well, for me it's not very business-like, and I would be thinking that, okay, maybe this person isn't very serious with its business and he just wants to be friends or so. So I would just start more generally introducing myself, and also the subject. I would just go straight to the point, in a, like, in a nice way, but like straight to the point. And the more we are connecting with the local farmer, the more the emails can look like this.
Okay, I know how I could rephrase that. Thank you very much for your feedback. I think you gave a good example. It's not necessarily about what kind of mail you have, it's also who you're sending that mail to. So if the email is about somebody who respects more a professional tone and a formal sort of conversation, that you need to address that person that way. And I understand it. I happen to agree with it. My logic behind this is, if this farmer doesn't have a lot of partners, and I still assume they're getting 50 to 100 emails every day, maybe I can be the one who uses informality as a way to have a tripwire. So they trip on my email subject saying a little bit of sunshine in a glass. If they read that, it makes you wonder, what does that mean, a little sunshine in a glass? For me, I would argue that, a little bit of sunshine in a glass feels very positive, and it's, the color of the sun is a little bit orangey, you get orange juice, you get something nice and magical. And maybe it works for me as a more of a creative digital marketer, but it wouldn't necessarily work with a farmer. So that's very good feedback. But this is my suggestion, so that actually they open the email and maybe consider talking to me. Helen says, wow, I love this. Thank you, Helen. It sounds all serious and reliable. You know your business partner and you made your research. I would like to know more about your motivation to work with a farmer, and why do you think this farmer is the best business partner? Very good. I think this is very good feedback. I would be careful of knowing how much text I actually want to put in an email. Last statistics I checked, that most effective emails are less than 500 characters. This already has like 750. Maybe I would split it in 2 emails, or first write about my motivations or my interest in the farmer. So still very, very good feedback. You also said, wow, you love this, but that was 10 minutes ago. Maybe you meant the previous email. Can you give me some feedback? What did you like about the surfer email that made you think this is a good email? Okay, nice colors. Not intrusive. Okay, thank you. I think I hit the target group a little bit better in this email than in the previous one. So we can move on to some more discussions and examples. What we didn't talk about the previous module that I'll discuss now is affiliate marketing. Affiliate and referral marketing basically means sponsored videos, advertisements, or ads from people you know or trust or create for. So it's performance-based marketing, in which business rewards people who are affiliates for visitors or customers brought by the affiliate mentors. It's a way for influencers and everyday people with large followings and businesses to make money by promoting other people's products and brands. So if an influencer promotes a product and their follower buy it, the influencer gets a commission. and the portion of the profits made, that's called a commission. So it can be a win-win-win situation. Of course, the business needs to be legitimate because there's plenty of affiliate marketing that abuse this. Same with emails. The influencer needs to be legitimate in the sense of they're not bad for the brand or bad for their customers. And the target group needs to be correct. It needs to be, adults, people who can afford, people who are not easily manipulated. So a bad example of an affiliate can be a YouTuber who is discussing a YouTuber who is maybe popular with younger audiences, so under 16 years of age, but the product they're promoting is something that is very expensive for them. For example, there's like sort of not exactly gambling websites, but websites where you can get shoes or headphones or cars if you just, pay some tickets and then you roll. It's basically a casino for younger audiences. So that's a very terrible example because it's a bad business, bad target group, bad people. So remember those things that, the worst examples always makes it bad for everybody else. So there's plenty of bad affiliates, bad referrals, or bad emails in which you don't want to do that marketing, but there's still a lot of value that you can get from a lot of good examples. So a good example of an affiliate marketing can be an Instagram post from a travel blogger who promotes a new hotel. If their followers book a stay at the hotel using a link from the influencer or promo code, the blogger then gets a commission. A very popular one can be, Instagram has a lot of fitness influencers. They can promote a website for buying clothing or buying products like shakes or energy drinks or, protein bars and things like that. Using their promo, they get commission without many problems. So Amazon is another great example of affiliate marketing. When you sign up on Amazon, you're giving a unique link that you can share with others. So for example, if you buy a certain book, you can get an Amazon link and you can promote that book on your Instagram saying, I just read this book, this is awesome. You can buy it here and you can get either credits or money or something else. But let me give you an example of sponsorship that I think is engaging. So, for example, I don't like sponsorships in YouTube's, but it's a way to make money, and sometimes it's a good product. But even if it's not a good product, if you can do it in a creative and fun way, then you get something very, very funny. So what I'll share with you is how a YouTuber made sponsorships more engaging with his audience. I don't know if anybody of you are familiar with Daniel Thrasher, but he's a comedian that does a lot of sketches with the piano and does a lot of funny things. And he has a funny way of promoting their content in which it's sponsored. So I'll give you an example and let me know if you can hear the audio.
Hello, today's video is brought to you by
Oh, still loading.
Audible. By the time this message is over with, hopefully I will have made a snake. Like a cool one though, and a little challenge extra. My trusty assistants here will be beating me with pillows. Okay.
Hey, if you can understand me right now, that means you can understand audiobooks too. As y'all know, I'm a huge fan of Audible, and I've just listened to The Confidence Gap, a guide to overcoming fear and self-doubt by Russ Harris. It really helped me take stock of what was kind of holding me back and really made me more confident. In case you don't know yet, Audible has a great new membership level called Audible Premium Plus, where every month you get to choose a free premium audiobook, and it's yours to keep. Not only that, but members get unlimited access to the entire Plus catalog, where you can stream Audible originals, guided fitness tracks.
Sorry that my internet is not as good, but I think this proves a point in the ad. So he's doing an ad read for Audible while using balloons to create a snake and also getting hit by people. So this is entertaining enough for you to view it on its own, but you're still passively hearing about a product. So maybe you can let me know in the comments if you like this example.
Exclusive podcasts and so much more. If you go to audible.com /Daniel Thrasher, or simply just text the word Daniel Thrasher to 500, you will receive a full audiobook on me and full access to the Audible Plus catalog and every available Audible original each month. You can listen.
So I hope you like this example of a sort of promotional content that isn't that bad, that isn't that terrible. So I'll move on to referral marketing. If you have any questions, let me know, raise your hand. But referral marketing is a type of marketing that encourages current customers to refer new customers to the business in exchange for some incentive. For example, if I just bought the book that I discussed before, and I would also like you to buy that book, I give you a percentage off, like 25% off promo code for you, and then I get some credits for it, or maybe I can buy a different product or something else. So it's for people who don't want to make money. It's more about earning some credits, earning some bonuses, or actually you can get some bonuses for it. For example, my phone, I use many different banks. One of the banks that I use is Revolut. The reason why I use Revolut, because it's an online bank, it's not physically anywhere, which means I can use this card anywhere in the world. And it's giving me a referral that if I give you a link to sign up, I get 50 euros and then you get 50 euros worth of credits. And that's cool. One mistake that they're doing is they always say that it's expired in 2 weeks, but in the last 2 years, I'm getting the same notification every single week. So it's not good to lie to your customers to create some urgency. But I think do think it's a cool example of, okay, 50 euros is literally a lot of good value that you can use on your bank card. If I get people on, I might get some money, you might get some money. We're all happy. There's no minuses here. So here's some more example of creation influencers or Balkan influencers promoting certain products. So on the one on the left, it says this is a lipstick balsam for the mouth made out of cannabis seeds and cannabis oil. So it's an eco-friendly product. It's very easy. It's very simple. She shows you the product and you can buy it in the store. The one on the right, it's frozen pizza. She's making a promotion whether or not she should eat pizza for breakfast. And it's a nice photographic picture. So she's doing a referral for you to actually buy it. The top left is about a face cream and the top right is, of course, diapers. So it's very simple of these influencers sharing products in their own life, but they're doing it in a subtle way that it's not just a promotion. It's something that they're actually useful and interested in using. Now, we discussed things like pay-per-click advertising, so I'll go briefly through it, is to say that we have two different types of online advertising. Pay-per-click is called PPC, cost per impression is CPM. So pay-per-click is when you pay for a spot on a website or a social media page, and you only pay for that placement when somebody clicks on your ad. This is the most common one, and I use it all the time. And cost per impression is when you pay for an ad to be shown a certain number of times, regardless of anybody clicking on it. So pay-per-click, PPC, you use when you want people to visit your website, visit your link to a specific page. And CPM is when you want to do branding. You want as many people in the world to see your face, your brand, your idea, and your thoughts. Both is very good, both these for different things. If I want, when I actually did promote this briefly, when I wanted to promote this webinar, I focused on pay-per-click to get as many people on. If I just wanted people to see the brand of our website or maybe see our videos, I would do CPM. And the most popular ones are Google AdWords and Meta ads. And I use Meta ads personally for Facebook and Instagram. It's incredibly easy. So you can create images, text, or video ads when people search for specific keywords. So if your business sells hiking boots, you can create an ad whenever somebody Googles hiking boots, and you can do very similar for Facebook and Instagram. So let me give you some, these are just some of the things that I use for my educational website. I paid like $24. Let's say that's 23 euros. I paid 23 euros and it reached 25,000 people. 430 of them clicked it and even engage with the post. And they're older people, so mostly 55 to 65, because I was promoting a book. So cost per click is very, very affordable. It's 6 cents for a link click. So if you go through your wallet and think about saying, if I give a €1 coin, that like 10 to 15 people are actually going to see something you're talking about, or they're actually going to click on your website, you're going to think, okay, €1 is not bad. Maybe in 10 years, I get 150 of them. And for 10 euros and 150, one of them might buy my product. And if your product costs more than 10 euros, you just made a profit through pay-per-click advertising. Of course, there's a lot more context, but I'm showing you it can be just as easy as that. It really can. So we discussed already search engine optimization, and we talked about return on investment. But let's say I give you some basic principles. So when you optimize a website for keywords, you want to say things like water treatment, water filtration, or drinking water if you're a company that sells water. If you're saying hiking books, then it's okay. Hiking, trailblazing, boots, shoes, type of wear, all kinds of things like that. And as Mehmet already mentioned, Google AdWords and SEMrush is very good for SEO. So you can increase your chances of appearing in search results and attracting more visitors and having a valuable skill. So SEO is something I understood the least for everything else that I learned in digital marketing in my time. So I understand that this is not enough information. I would suggest viewing a lot of videos for it. I'm currently not an expert for it, but for social media marketing, emails, I can talk to you for 2 days without stop. Let's finalize for digital marketing concepts. But before I move in, do you have any questions? Do you want to discuss something? Is there anything I can help with? Please let me know. Okay, so in this sort of sub-chapter, I would talk about digital marketing concepts. So there's 5. I'd like you to guess, what do they mean? So what does web traffic mean? What does bounce rate mean? What does time on a page mean? Pages per visit and conversion rate. So just quickly write it in the chat to give me some information, and I can give you some definitions. Any feedback, any thought? Yes, web traffic is how many people come and go through the website. That's true. What about bounce rate? Does anybody know what a bounce rate is? Yes, also agree with Alexandra. That's true. Number of people on the website, information to the company on how well they're doing. Yes, very good. Gonzalo says the bounce rate is a percentage of people who visit a website, or did you mean for web traffic? Oh no, both of you think that bounce rate is the number of people on the site. It's actually the opposite. Bounce rate is, how many people join the website and immediately go away. I misclick, I saw the website, I didn't like it. Within 5 seconds, I clicked away. That's what bounce rate is. This is a cool thought. Bounce rate is how quickly people jump from website to website. Technically, that's true, but you only track how many people go away from your website. So this is a website called CyberClick. If you go on their website, it gives you a full document list of 130 metrics that you can use and apply for websites for advertising for free completely. I also have a link in this presentation, but you don't have access to it yet. But yes, web traffic is number of visitors on a website. Bounce rate is the percentage of people who visit a website and leave without viewing any other pages on the site. Time on page is how long a person spends on a particular page on your website. Page per visit is the average number of pages that a visitor views during a single visit to a website. So if you click on more type of pages like contacts or products, this is pages per visit. And conversion rate, arguably the most important one, is number of people who completed the desired action, like filling out a contact form or making a purchase. So around 60 people filled in the webinar login for our DIGMA sessions. If it was 100 people, that means I have a 60% conversion rate. If it was 1,000 people, it's 6%. 100,000 people, 0.6%. Now, it's very common for a conversion rate to be under 10%. It's often between 1 and 5% for a lot of projects. It really, really depends, of course. But I think for us, we had a pretty good conversion rate. I think it was above 10%. So conversion rate is how much you can expect. So I would say that if you want to do pay-per-click advertising and you want to do a conversion rate, if you have a product that costs 20 euros, you would need at least 10 euros to advertise on a Facebook. That's 0.06 euros per click. This is how you make profit. You need to do a good ad that converts for less than 10 cents a click. You need to do 10 euros and hope that people buy a product for 20 euros. This is how you make a profit, or at least stay on the level to make your money back. This is simple terms, but it's a good example. So since digital marketing is a form of marketing that utilizes electronic media, you need to reach and engage customers through a digital lens. You need to take advantage of many data gathering tools available today. So data and analysis can be very boring, but it also tells you exactly what you need to know. By carefully analyzing all of this data, you can deeply understand your customers and create marketing campaigns tailored to your specific needs. So if you know the percentages you have, and you have the percentages that you actually have, for example, you can put both in ChatGPT saying, I'm expecting a 10% conversion rate on my website. How do I make it happen? Or I have a 5% conversion rate on my website, but 5,000 people only view the website. What does this mean? What does this analysis tell me? So this is something ChatGPT can help you for a topic you might not fully understand or fully comprehend as of yet. So for all 130 metrics, you can visit it on CyberClick. So to give you a short summary, digital marketing has come a long way since the early days of the internet. Businesses had to get creative to reach their audience, and different types of digital marketing emerged to meet this need. Today, there are many different channels that businesses can use to reach their target audiences, from SEO to social media marketing, but so many options available, it can be tough to know where to start. In this module, we discuss some of the most common types of digital marketing, and by finding the right mix of digital marketing activities, you can develop a well-rounded digital marketing strategy that will help you reach your business goals. So thank you very much for that. Now, if you have any sort of questions or want to do some Q&A, please share with me. Let me know. Otherwise, we can move on to the last step for today. So any feedback?
What would you suggest if we are currently not having any business, or we are not working in digital marketing or marketing in general? We just want to get better in it, or somehow work with it in the future, but not right now. What would you suggest? Where can we learn? Where can we like train? Because I think it's always perfect to learn. But you know, when you are not using it in the practical tools, you just forget it. So where and how can we train?
Two versions. One is to have a fake website. So there's plenty of free website makers that you can use. For example, I use payhip.com. So this is where I use my actual website for educational content. This is a free website that you can for free edit and create a website completely on its own. And you don't have to sell products, but this is a free website maker that is completely free. You can pay for membership if you want to, you know, add videos and things like that. But if you want to create a complete website from start to finish, just for training, you can do it there, and you don't have to share with anybody. Second one is create a fake company, a fake brand on Facebook, in which you can actually get people to sign up on it or visit your website, because you're testing your skills. As long as you have a company name that you're hiding behind, it's not like anybody knows what you're actually doing. So you're promoting a company that doesn't exist, but you're training on it. So if I were to do that and want to practice my skills, I will pick a niche that I'm good at or are interested in and work from there. But maybe a good example can be, let's say what's easy to do, t-shirts. I would do t-shirt designs. I would figure out some t-shirts and then make posts and a Facebook page for that and add some ideas and thoughts and design it in Canva, for example. So I would use Payhip for my website, Canva for my design, and things like Buffer, or just do it in Google Docs to write my own content and practice it that way. I would use ChatGPT to automate certain things or to help me create a template. So if you already have a structure of a post that you really like, you put it in ChatGPT saying, this is my structure of how I usually write my posts. This is my template. This is my tone of voice. Do in this structure a post and then a different topic. For example, this is how I practice. That's number one for having very good digital marketing experience. Number two, something you can actually get value from. What I would do, everybody should do, is start writing on LinkedIn. Even if you don't have any business or a job, but you're looking for a job, if you start writing content on LinkedIn just for your own interests, you're practicing your marketing skills, you're practicing your communication skills, you're engaging with people, and it's very good for any recruiter. For example, if I'm recruiting people, I would read your CV, but I would also then go on your LinkedIn and see what you're actually doing, how you're actually like, what you're actually engage with, what kind of discussions do you have, what kind of comments do you have. People used to do that for Facebook and Instagram, but it's not, you can private your Facebook and Instagram and whatever. LinkedIn is a different case. So if you do it on purpose of saying, I'm going to engage with the community, I'm going to be very creative, I'm going to make posts simply because it's fun and interesting, you know, you share an article and you give your opinion on it in a structured way, you're actually creating content, you're marketing, but you're not marketing to a customer to sell products. You're marketing yourself for a business, saying, I am a competent digital marketer even before you hired me. This is what I do in my free time. Do you want to profit from me? Hire me for an interview. This is how I would seize the day and hopefully get work with a business. So I hope that answers your question.
Yes, thank you very much.
No problem. Alexandra says, nowadays, if you have a business, you want to optimize digital marketing strategies to engage with mobile users first. What would you suggest as the most relevant, important optimization? Well, I would say that most websites and most designs and assets that you have, you can compress it or use, let's say, lower quality pictures that are good for mobile users. That way you don't have a slow website. There's going to be plenty of website analyzers in which people can put in their websites and get like a rating saying this website is fast, this website is slow, you need to optimize this and this. So that would be the first step. The second one is when you're creating content, there's plenty of scheduling applications, software like Taplio, like Buffer, all of them, you can actually view your post, your content in mobile view. So you can structure your advertising that way, or your marketing or your content creation. So I hope you got your answers question. Any more? Helen also says, be careful with fake websites because of data protection. Fully agree. If you're going to use websites for your practice, then don't do any type of, collecting emails or creating profiles. If you're going to use it in a way that can get your website banned, or maybe land with a fine with private information. I think most of the website needs to by default have warnings for data privacy and data protection, in which you can't use their data in most ways, or at least not send them any information. But if you just want to try and test it, don't make any of these sign-up forms that you really don't need. So don't create a website that shares information but not necessarily makes people engage, if you don't want to worry about data privacy as of yet. Okay, I think I've solved all of your problems as so far. Last thing we wanted to discuss is the experience-ship. So what we said in the beginning is people with most engagement, people with most interest, people with the free time to actually go on a 5-day experience-ship, which is an internship in company or companies in which you can work with real-life problems for 5 days in July. We wanted to actually give you some information behind it, which is to say, we will have our national sort of breakout sessions such as this, Zoom meetings for particular countries. So Mehmet represents Turkey and Turkish partners. He's going to have meetings only with Turkish participants in this. I'm going to have meetings with a few Croatian participants and maybe a few Slovenian participants. Maybe we're going to have some direct contact. Same with Portugal, same with Belgium, and so on and so forth. So what we wanted to do is, you're going to have individual meetings with them, because participants from Turkey are going to one country, participants from Belgium are going to a different country. So what we're going to do is we're going to reach out to you either through email or through WhatsApp, and you can also talk to us if you want some information, to actually have some contact with you in preparation to get you to sign up, or maybe get some free time in July for that 5-day internship / experience. So if you have any questions for it, you can ask now. And if our partners here from different countries want to share something, please do so now.
Can I ask Slovakians? I will post a comment that you will like my comment, so I will write it down and then I will reach out to you.
Okay, sounds good. Our participants, either here and probably in the WhatsApp group as well, we can have some conversations, share, and send you some applications. So that's it for now. I would want to say this has been a fun 4 Saturdays with you. I hope you all enjoyed the content you've been making. It's been a lot of effort. I'm glad you've been with us, because otherwise you would pay a stupid amount of money for the amount of hours we put in for this for free for you. And I hope you enjoyed the exercise and the activities. I hope it raised you some skills in this, and hopefully in the coming weeks or after the experience, we can also all get together and share our experiences that we had before. I would also ask is, if you have any questions about digital marketing that you would want to get some advice and work on, that I can help out. If I have some time, I would love to have meeting with all of you, maybe a Q&A in the future. So if you'll want something like that, ask in the group. Otherwise, I can always answer your question directly in the group, and all of you can have the information. So if you ask me in the group, Bodo, give me a good example of a digital marketing email for skiing, that it would seem cool, and analyze it, I can send that example in the group or the videos in the group. So thank you again, everybody. We can stay in touch, and I hope you had a wonderful day today.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank
very
you.
much.
Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you and goodbye.